the great session of the history class children. In the previous class, we understood how the East India Company from trade to trade routes they became. They used many methods, direct method of war and diplomatic method like subsidiary and doctrine of Marx, and one who did not became a friend to them, they also defeated them in the war, and they acquired the kingdom and they expanded the kingdom. Keeping this, now their mind started thinking of making them firm in India. So what they did, they started thinking about the administration in India. If there is no proper administration, India can be easily taken over by the others. So they appointed a governor general called Warren Hastings in 1773 to 1785 as the first governor general to India. He plays a significant role in the expansion of the kingdom and even the establishment of the administration and judiciary system, even the army system in India. Okay, what were the reforms things he brought? First, he made the East India Company officials to be honest and sincere to be the East India Company. Why? Because there were many officials, they were doing the private business to earn the more profits. So he wanted to stop them there and make them to be loyal to the East India Company. So what he did, he increased the salary of the East India Company official so that they will not bribed by the additional amount. Okay, so that was the first foremost, and he strictly said that the East India Company officials should be very proud to the nation. And about that, it is not given in your textbook, but it is the very important reform which he brought to the East India Company official, and he increased the salary of the East India Company's officials. Okay, and second, he gave much importance for the administrative structure. Before East India Company, the most of the kingdom was ruled by the many kings, and each kings had a different administration. About that you have learned in the 7th standard. Yes, Delhi Sultanate had a different administration, and Mughals had a different administration, and even the Hindu kings Rajput had their own type of administration. So here he thought it is a very necessary and essential to bring a uniform administration to the Indian area. Okay, so what he did to keep the administration firm in India means he divided the entire territory of the East India Company into the presidency. Children, here I am talking about presidency. Now we have many states, yes, like that only they made only 3 states, and that instead of calling it as a state, they called it as a presidency. Okay, and which of the 3 presidencies they made? It was a Bengal, Madras and Bombay. Bengal presidency was taken care by the governor, Madras presidency was taken care by the another governor, and Bombay presidency was taken care by the another governor. 3 governors, 3 presidencies, and 3 governors were taking charge of the administration. And in these 3, who is the best governor will be selected as the Governor General. And he is the head of all these 3 governors, and he has the power to take the decision regarding the administration in the India territories. Okay, and the Warren Hastings becomes the first Governor General to the India in 1772. Okay, he introduced several administrative reforms in the sphere of justice and in the army. Okay, now let's what are the reforms he brought in the administration? Let us look at about that. justice was established. And for that, districts, that presidency, here I said about the presidency, yes, the three presidencies. This three presidency was further divided into districts, and these districts had two courts. Okay, one court was a criminal court, another court was a civil court. Criminal court was also called as Faujdari Adalat, and civil court was called as a Diwani Adalat. This type of court, even today we can see children. What they are doing, they do in the criminal court means the one who has done the higher injustice or murder which affect the life of the other person, such a criminals are taken to the court, that is called as a Faujdari Adalat, and they will interact there and they will discuss about that matter in the court and their judgment will be given. The matter of the property, money or some small misunderstanding in the family, it goes to the civil court, and this civil court was called as a Diwani Adalat. And in Mughal period, the court was taken care by the muftis and Qazi. You know about that when you were reading in 7th standard about the Mughal. The same people here also they were appointed as the one to explain the judiciary system of India to the collectors. Here collectors are the British official children, and they will be in the highest post of the justice. Under them, muftis and qazis, they used to give the suggestions about the Muslim law to the collector. Okay, keeping there, consulting them, muftis and qazis, the collector used to give the judgment. Okay, when this is about the Muslims, what about the Hindus, ma'am? Even the Hindus were the same thing, the Pandit and the Maulis suggestion was taken and they were giving the decision, and this brought a lot of problem in the court, okay, in the judgment. So the Warren Hastings, he thought to change something here. So he said, he called the 11 Pandit to sit together and study the Dharma Shastra and all the Hindu works and give a consolidated interpretation guide for the judgment. Okay, and even for the Muslim also they said to make a consolidated guide for the Muslim law. There was two different laws, Hindus laws and Muslim laws, and for Hindus they were giving a different laws, and Muslims they were giving a different laws to the Muslim. And this Hindu law will be given to only to the Hindus, means they wanted to divide the nation keeping the religion, and even the judgment was given according to the religion. Okay, and so this finally these people, East India Company people, they brought a final conclusion of the judiciary system to the India. Okay, what was the problem they were facing through this? Because in many places in Hindus were giving a different laws for the same problems, and this made a handling to the people.
held.
And into the English, so that it will be easy for the judge to give the judgment. Even by 1778, a code of Muslim law was also set to digest and make a Muslim law. And this was very much helpful to the European judge to give the uniform judgment for the different problems. Okay. Even the British, they passed the Regulating Act in 1773 saying that there will be a Supreme Court to the India, and in 1773 they established a Supreme Court in India, that in Calcutta, and that court was called as Sardar Nizamat Adalat. What children? It was called as Sardar Nizamat Adalat. It was established in Calcutta. Okay, now it is called as Kolkata. But now at present, where is the Supreme Court? It is in New Delhi. But when it was established according to the Regulating Act of 1773, it was in the Calcutta. Why? Because the Calcutta was the presidency part of East India Company. Understood, children? Now let us understand about the collector. Collector had a supreme power in the district level. And what was his duty? His duty was to collect the revenue, tax, and maintain a peace and order, keeping the judges and police officers, and even darogas. Darogas means a constable or military power. And this office was called as collectorates. And he had so much of power in the district level. And this many collectors were taken care by the governor. And governor was taken care by the Governor General. And Governor General was responsible to give the accountability to East India Company, and East India Company has to give the accountability to the Queen. Like this, the system was arranged in the administration and even in the judiciary system, children. Understood? In the next class, we are going to learn how the East India Company reformed in the field of army. Okay?